Well, did you pick up? So if you're, did you pick up live? We're going live on Facebook. Did you pick up what he said? He's only supposed to be 10 minutes. And he says, I've been going about 20 minutes.
10 minutes, but that's a lot to cover in 10 minutes. Like what he has given us, you could not cover in 10 minutes.
So if he said that, he got direction from Eric. So maybe Eric will keep his, and maybe Eric is going to have someone else do it, just like Fraser. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because Eric tends to talk and talk and talk and talk.
He does amazing. We love him.
He talks.
He has so many great nuggets.
He does it, but it gets to a point are they like, okay, what's the next thing? Like, come on.
He's awesome.
He
Hello, those on Facebook. Hello, Brandy.
He just like gets in his zone and you just get all of it.
But everything he says is fabulous. It is.
Mm-hmm. See, I do the same thing. Problem. I don't stop talking. And Robbie tells me that all the time. He's like, Brittany, you're giving too much information to all these people. They are getting overwhelmed. Simplify it.
How you feel on that?
Let's start out with some wins. Suze was going to be here today. However, she is driving to Phoenix and she's going to be doing that premiere thing with Jeff and Ryan today down in Phoenix, Arizona. So
who is that?
Suze Pope. She was going to be here today. So we just want to exchange her. Hello, Mary. Hello,
excuse her.
What did I say?
Exchange.
Excuse.
We are excusing her and we're exchanging places with her.
Yeah. So we're excited to have her or have you guys here. You're the best. And wins. Anybody have any wins? I know we're just getting up on Facebook. And I have my Facebook up here, so that's why I keep raising my head. Hello. Anybody have any wins?
I'll share one from yesterday.
Okay.
I did a vending event on yesterday evening, and I worked with the host a few times, and every time she invited me on yesterday, so I couldn't turn that down. The vending fee was so low, I made 4 times the vending fee. But the great part about it was I usually do my Wednesday night lives, but vending kind of disturbed that, so I went live from the vending event. I summoned over a gentleman because he was sitting there by himself waiting for the entertainment. I summoned them over to look at my urban collection, and I was live there, and his cousin saw him on live, and they were happy that he was with me, and that person I went to school with and way back, and they were family, and he was like, listen, this is not enough. He bought 2 pieces, but he's like, that I can't, I got to give you more. I was like, oh, it's a great connection. And he walked away saying, if you need anything, let me know.
Say $500, let's just sign you up.
Listen, that's the follow-up.
the wins and the follow-up. There you go. Okay, I saw Andrea Robinson said her win was she gave a piece of jewelry and she bought a piece out of her bling bag, and someone else, scroll up there.
Sorry, you have chat here.
And someone else said, oh, let's see, Amanda said that she signed up personally sponsored about 20 minutes ago. That's excellent. Woohoo! Sheila said she got a new customer yesterday, and my personal page keeps getting more visibility. I love it. That's awesome. Hey, Josetta, how are you, darling? Anybody else have a win?
I have a big win.
What?
Okay.
Tell me.
2 wins. Okay, you remember our homework when you taught us to go into a group, right? So I joined the group. Yes, honey. Yes.
You and me, baby. We're the same.
Yes.
We're good.
So I joined the group, and remember I told you it was a traveling group. So I'm going traveling with them tomorrow. I leave tomorrow for 4 days spa retreat. Everybody's gonna be wearing these earrings before it's over with, honey. And my second one, so I was on the live yesterday, and I don't know what I'm saying, but because of y'all, I do the invite every live now. I do say something about joining, something I've never done. So one of our customers that's been a customer for a year, she says, when you come back from the retreat, I'm going to join your team.
Yeah!
I screamed. Like, yeah. She said, we'll talk about it when you get back. So I'm gonna have my first recruit.
Look how cute you are. And hey, pull up your wrist. Somebody just said, look at that stack. Look at you guys. Look at how she stacked this. She put 3 of them.
I just been blinging.
Look, that is upselling right there. That is upselling.
That is great. That's great. Oh my gosh. Well, that's awesome. Rhonda says she just made a deal with an advertising company, and I get my card posted on 12 tables for 2 years. Wow, that's awesome. That's cool.
You guys, you are killing it.
Okay, well, let's jump into this really quickly. First of all, we have today and tomorrow and next week, and that's it. That's it. And then we're going to take a month off. Then we're going to start again with a recruiting challenge, 90-day recruiting challenge. So I'm pretty thrilled about that. Next, the dare, he gave us a dare at the first of the, he gave us a dare at the first of this week for all week long, which is grow, give, get. So I want to know how many of you out there put a 1 in the comments if you're doing that. Are you growing, giving, and getting? So that means you make a post that grows, that helps you to grow. You make posts to get people attractive posts. Then you give them some value. You've got to give them something. Tell them that you can wear this necklace and this earring together, because even though they're different, they don't match exactly with the same exact stuff that it's made out of. What's the word I want? I don't know. I'm sorry. But they match. They look good together. You can teach them how to stack bracelets. You can teach them how to wear a pink shirt with different things. You can teach them a long necklace. You can teach them anything. Yet it's like, here's 3 tips to whatever. Chat GPT. Don't miss that. So grow, give, get. So I want a 1 in the comments. How many people's doing that? Let's see. Valencia is, Sedaria is, Josetta is, Mildred is, Tanya is, Carolinda is. Good job. Good job. Woohoo. And it's okay. It's okay if you haven't started, do it. But if sometimes you're doing grow, give, or you're just doing grow, that's okay. But do a few gives and a few gets. So that's your dare today. But the main thing that he talked about was kind of just education. It's, the find, add message. So when you find someone and you go up and you add them as a friend, do you message them? Tell me how many in there, okay, put a 5 if you message them and put a 0 if you don't. If you just add and add and add. Tell me that. 5 if you message them along with you ask them to be your friend. 5. Okay, I'm seeing Robin and Sheila and Tanya does. A 0 if you just add them as a friend. Add them as a friend. I do that a lot. I just add them as a friend. Haley says she does. Brandy says 0. And I get it. I understand. Most of the time we go up and add them as a friend. Add them as a friend. But here's the steps that he talked about that we want to do. So he said, people will add me and I go in and I accept the friend request and nothing. Okay, well, whatever. He said, he used the example of going to a bar. He said, if you're sitting at a bar and someone comes up to you and just stands there, he said, because they come up, they want to add you, but they don't want to say anything. I thought that was a great example. So message them. So find them, add them as a friend, and then message them. And here's what to do. Okay, start with Facebook. Number 1 on Facebook is check them out, go to them and make sure they're not like somebody that wants to send you body parts, or they're, I don't know, they're some divorced guy that's trying to hit on you or something. Make sure they're okay. Then you accept them. Make sure they're not a weirdo. And then you go to their page and go to one of their posts and you engage in one of their posts, which means you see something they did. So for instance, I did a question and answer live yesterday. So maybe someone would come to me and engage in that and said, oh, I have a question about paparazzi. or something. So then you message them back and you say, hey, Mary, great to be connected with you on Facebook. How are you? Or if someone messages you and they don't send you a message, you message them back and you say again, hey, Mary, how did you find me? And say, I'd like to get to know you. Use some of those things. Hey, Mary, I'm excited to follow you. I'd like to be able to connect with you. And if you're on a live, do all these things, like call them out and use their name. That's another thing. If you're on a live and people are coming on your live, how much better is it for me to say, hey, Karen, hey, Sheila, hey, Robin, hey, Sedaria, hey, Tanya, Valencia, Janetta. People want to hear their name. If you just do a live, you do 101 and, oh, this is the cutest necklace. You got to buy this. It's so awesome. Don't miss this. I only have 3 of these left. You're going to miss out if you don't get this one because it's so cute. Here's number 102. These earrings are just stunning. They're so awesome. Don't miss those. I love the Love Life bracelet. This is my story about Love Life. It fits so many wrists and it teaches you to love your life. And I hope you always love your life because stuff happens. It happens to us. And it's okay not to like it, but you got to love your life. But if I were to say, oh, Sedaria, oh, Robin, I'll use Robin for example, because I know she's purchased some Love Life bracelets from me. Robin, how's your Love Life bracelets going? Have you given them away? How do you feel about that? Are you wearing your Love Life bracelet? If you remember them, or if you just say, oh, good job, Karen, you just bought number 101. You're going to love that necklace. That's going to make it better. It's going to make it different. And you could do that with a voice message. Well, I'm jumping back. When they message you, you could return a voice message. You could return a video. You could return a lot of things, but get connected to them. So the second one we're going to talk about is Instagram really quickly. Basically the same thing. New followers, they're just a little bit different. But when you go to Instagram, let's see, follows me. Always ask them a question. Always remember to ask them a question. And then you can say, I noticed you followed me today. Quick question. How did you find me? Get to know them, find their pain, then fill their gap. That's strangers to friends to family. So somebody you don't even know, go on their Facebook, or ask them, how did you find me? And then you can talk to them a little bit, find out what their pain is. Are they loving their life? Are they just, cancer just showed back up again in their life? What is it? And then what can you do to fill that gap? You've got cancer back again. You might need some extra money for medical bills. I want to help you get from here to here. Help them change their life. Remember, find, add them, and then message them. That's how you grow your customers. That's how you grow your consultant base. That's how you grow everything. So that was pretty much it. And again, the dare is to go back to grow, give, get. It's the same thing for this whole week. Do you want anything, Tanya or Sedaria or Valencia, anything that you'd like to bring up that you picked up that I didn't add?
That was simpler than what Fraser said. Thank you.
Absolutely. I do have a question though, for the group. So what happens if you are sending these messages and you're getting non-responses? Do you just, do you move on? Do you try to comment, or you just curious what everyone else is doing? Of course it's 50-50. Some people respond and may say, oh, it's great to connect with you, whatever. But then there's some that may heart the message, but won't respond. Or some you can see they've looked at it, but won't respond. So just curious what everybody else is doing. Just move on. Is that what that is? I guess.
Valencia, please, very quickly. On today, I got a random message. I had sent them an engagement post January 9. They just messaged back today. and they said something random off guard. But listen, I'm gonna follow up like, hey, what's your goal for 2023? Yeah, sometimes if they don't respond, I'll send another message like, hey, can I connect with you here? You know, are you available, you know, back here? And see if they respond. If they don't, move on. But if I find that traction again as I'm rotating, I'll send another message and another one. But people will start to engage in those conversations, will pick up. So don't worry about the non-response. You got more to reach out to.
A lot of times I'll see if I'm on Facebook and they don't respond, or Instagram, I'll go through a story. They have a story and respond on that. People seem to be more receptive when you respond to their stories. And usually if it's something that has to do with their personal life or whatever, and I usually get messages back when I respond to those.
Okay, got it.
Susan, you absolutely correct. That's what Fraser just said today. Yep. Make sure you respond to something on their post. That is a great way to connect if they're not saying anything in the inbox. Get on one of those posts and make a comment. Engage there. Great, Susan. That's just what we trained on today.
Excellent. Yeah, perfect. Well, in Facebook, there's some of them that says some of those
Sedaria,
messages.
I think, has something, but Sedaria, we couldn't hear you. I saw her mouth moving, but there we go.
No, I think we started talking at the same time, so I just stopped. I liked when he said, you mentioned about that gap. When he said you find out what they need, where they are and where they're trying to get to, and then don't fill that gap. He said close the gap. So it's like give them something to get them, like you said, bridge it. You don't just fill it with just stuff to do.
Excellent. Thank you. That's excellent. Excellent. Brandy on Facebook said that some of the messages go to their spam and they find them later. So that's a true part. He even mentioned that a couple of weeks ago, where he said, if you add them and they haven't accepted that yet, and you do a message, sometimes they don't see it. So message them back again.
Okay.
Just a thought. But
that's what I will do is I will add them. I'll send a message and then I watch for them to add me back, or I will, my screen's black, or I will put just a thing to whatever your follow-up system is. I'll just know, okay, if I'm going to follow up in 2 days, I'm going to go back in 2 days and see if they added me. If they added me as a friend, then I'll go in and say, thank you so much for adding me as a friend. Or if they hadn't yet, then I will go and comment on a post if it's less than a week on their timeline, or see if they have a story, because usually that will pop you into the inbox.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, any questions? I mean, I love that question. That's great, because that happens to all of us, I think. So any other questions about anything? Well, you guys are pretty quiet.
Hey, Robin.
Yeah.
So I posted in the chat, one thing that I've started doing is if I have a first-time customer and I wait for them to get their order, and a few days later, I will reach out and message them, ask them how they like their new jewelry, if they have any questions, if they need any styling tips, stuff like that. So that's
excellent.
That's been working out really well. And then last night I had a big party on my live, and a few hours before the live, I went and personally invited about 30 people with the graphic I'd made. I wrote them a little message, and then I put the link to the party. And so that was a lot of fun.
Excellent. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. Candace on Facebook said, remember, people are human, and sometimes we just get busy and don't always follow up. So yeah, remember that. Brandy, I'm feeling fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate that. Doing okay. Doing just great. Well, today was a short one. Any other questions? Anybody else have another question on Facebook? Do you have a question? If not,
I have a question really quick about the training yesterday, the YouTube I'm going in today. I have everything visualized. Now it's time for action. So, but I don't have the 1,000 followers to do the live. So I'm wondering if the group suggests that I pre-record and then do the short, do the live, then the short.
I think he said yesterday. I think he said yesterday he did mention like just recording videos and then having 40, whether on your team or maybe in this group, watch the video and do the 70% and then watch it all the way through.
Okay, great. So I
didn't know, Brittany, did we have a post? Did we have a post like we can put there? Because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to, reach out to maybe 40 people because he said like 40. So I mean that's kind of like a big number.
So he said 30 to 40. Sorry, I was like, what was yesterday? It's all blending together, you guys.
No, I understand.
I'm on the right page now. I know what you're talking about. So yes, he said, because it was with YouTube. So you do a video on YouTube. So yeah, if it's not live, I think it's totally fine. Where that's what I would do is I would just create a video, have a good thumbnail, and then have it there. And then you take a photo of that, a screenshot of it, because if you share it over, it doesn't jump you up as quickly, but you take it and you screenshot it. So what I would do, and you can do whatever you want, but instead of, you can message 30 or 40 people or post it in, they said, we're all a team here. So post it in your team page. Say, hey, here's a training on this. So about stylizing or this, will you just go in and watch this to 70% and then go back to 10 and then watch it all the way? Or post it with your customers and say, whoever does it just like this, and show them, just say, here, I'm going to watch it. And you watch it all the way to this point right here. And then you rewind it here. And if you watch the whole thing and do that and screenshot it, then I'll put you in a drawing. Or the first 30 people to do this, I will give them a piece of jewelry, whatever you want to do with it. Like, you can be creative.
There's a couple of comments on Facebook that I just like to share with you. One says you need 1,000 to go live from a mobile device, but you can go live from a computer without 1,000 followers. And someone else says you can use StreamYard. I remember he talked about those. StreamYard, and go live for free without having to have 1,000 followers. But if you just do a video, you don't have to have 1,000 followers, correct? You can just post it, right? This is on YouTube.
Correct. You can just upload a video.
Yeah. Robin.
So I have a question on the title for YouTube. I know they'd mentioned a 5-word limit. Do you guys like go in and do you post a question? How do you like do your titles? Because I like to put questions like on my reels and stuff, but I'm not sure about YouTube.
So they said it was different for YouTube. So yes, you put the questions on the reels and on Facebook and all of that. But if you were to, most of the time with YouTube, you are going to look there for an answer. So it's not asking them a question. They are looking there. That's why it's good to have the product name paparazzi in there, where a lot of the time they say, don't put the product name on all the time on reels or on Facebook or whatever, because it's just kind of like, what is that? And it's keeping people guessing and watching more. But on YouTube, like, that's what I do. Google and YouTube. If I can't find something, I will go Google it. What is this? I look for the main keywords. And then I look for the video that is, he said that correctly, 5 to 10 minutes long. And so that's what you're wanting to do, is something that paparazzi and then whatever. So you're going to have to go back. Somebody just said that, Brandy, what are we talking about? It was kind of utilizing getting to the top ranking in YouTube. So you'll have to go back and watch yesterday's on, what is today? Days 81. So watch day 79, go to the albums and you can see it, or you can go to the top post in this group. And it says in there, questions all about this group. You can go up there and it just gives the thing where to find the videos. There's a few different places. But Robin, instead of asking a question, it's what is the main question somebody would ask? And you are answering that question in your thing.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Remember that YouTube is a search, whereas Facebook and Instagram is a continual algorithm driven chat and getting people to go, but they will go to YouTube to look for how to make a cake. They want to look for how to style this. It's a little bit different. So make sure that you do 5 words or less and do some words that someone would search.
So again, we talked about it yesterday of how to find keywords or key questions people look up in YouTube or on Google, and you go and do that and see what people are searching, and then you answer those questions in the video you're doing.
Right. Okay. Well, today, Brittany said go to day 79, but it's day 80. Yesterday was day 80. Today's day 81. So I'm excited.
Comes after 81, not 79. Promise? We got it together.
Yeah, I love it. But if you just post a video, record a video, you don't have to worry about all that 1,000 people stuff anyway. So, well, remember your dare is grow, give, get. And when anybody adds you or asks you to be their friend, message them back, because they asked for you to be their friend for some reason. How did they find you? What did they just start connecting with them? I love you. Thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow. Same time, same station. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Bye.